Hey guys, it's been a little while since I've done one of these vlogs, so I thought I would update you on a few things that are going on in my life. But before I do that, there's a few things I want to talk about, a few projects that I'm not involved in but I want you to know about. First off, the ever wonderful Jamo Mills, otherwise known as Jamie, has uploaded a fantastic how to study video. If you're here because of my how to study effectively video, be sure to go and check his out because I'm sure it's going to benefit you as well. Link in the description. Also, if you'd like to get involved in a competition with the oxtweet project, if you don't know what that is, that's where people in Oxford use the hashtag oxtweet to talk about their daily lives. You can search for that hashtag and it just gives you a snapshot of life at the university. It's a brilliant idea and Jamie's trying to promote it in schools across the country, and in order to do that he's sending out postcards, and he needs a design to go on the front of those postcards, and he's looking for people to submit designs. If you'd like to get involved in that competition, then there's also a link in the description. And lastly, in terms of projects, if you're thinking of applying to Durham University, there is now the Exvlog project, where a guy called Oscar is vlogging about his life at the university. He's an archaeology and anthropology student. He's a first year. If you're interested in applying to Durham, be sure to check his videos out. I really liked his first vlog, so really excited to hear more from him. So what's happening with me? In terms of the PhD, at the moment, I'm working towards a literature review. So a literature review is where you read all of the papers that you can that are relevant to your particular subject. So for me, that's stratosphere-troposphere coupling, and you organise all that information into a document, which is going to be about 20 pages long, and you submit that to the university. The actual goal of it isn't so much the submission, it's the process of collating the information. So I've been reading papers left, right and centre. I don't even know how many papers I've read now. Fortunately, stratosphere-troposphere coupling is actually a very new subject. The idea that the stratosphere influences the troposphere, the middle and lower sections of the atmosphere, has only really been around since the 90s, really. So there aren't as many papers to go through as there are in other subjects, but all the same, it's a lot of work. Apart from that, I've been doing a lot of programming. The actual bit of science which I'm looking at the moment is looking at pressure anomalies at set heights in the atmosphere. And in order to look at that, I have to take in atmospheric data and I have to convert it, because people measure variables in the atmosphere like wind and temperature and stuff like that at set pressure. There are reasons for doing that, which I won't go into now, but I have to convert that to measuring those variables at constant height, which is a relatively simple process, but because you're dealing with a large data set, you have to make sure that you're doing it very efficiently, otherwise your program will take years to run. Literally, I worked out my initial program would have taken 5 years to convert all the data. In addition to that stuff, I'm also taking some short courses. So people who watched my vlogs last time will know that I took a short course in string theory. There is a video on that coming quite soon, honest. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And this time I'm doing 2 courses. I'm doing a 20-hour course on partial differential equations, and I'm doing a 20-hour course on hydrodynamic stability theory. Lastly, to do with work, I'd like to draw your attention to a website called earth.nullschool.net. This is a website which visualises climate data in real time. So you can look at the wind fields, the temperature fields, the pressure fields at the surface. You can look at them going up through the atmosphere, and now also ocean currents. So if you're curious about sort of A, what the weather's doing, or B, how the climate generally works, go and check it out. You can spend hours playing around with it. Apart from work though, as it was last term, most of what I'm doing is singing. People who watched me last time will know that I did some a cappella singing, so I'm in the madrigals group, which is early music, like this. And I'm also in the harmonics group, which is more general classical music, so for example, this. And now, most recently, I have joined chapel choir, which is something that I completely didn't expect to happen. I didn't sing at all when I was in Oxford, even though I kind of really liked the idea. I just assumed I wasn't good enough. I certainly assumed I wasn't good enough for the college choir. So to now be offered a place and offered a scholarship in the chapel choir here is absolutely unbelievable. I'm very sorry, by the way, if a lot of this is old news to you. If you follow me on Twitter, which is @SimonOxfizz, which you should definitely do, a lot of the stuff which I'm talking about is completely old news. So sorry that I'm boring you, but stick around, please. Of course, something else which I did in my spare time, which I uploaded quite recently, was my string theory video. Now, you might not have seen this, but I'm really quite proud of this video, so if you missed it, do go and watch it. I want you to leave in the comments of this video also what you liked or didn't like about it, because like I say, I want to do another video on string theory, so I want to make sure that I do it right. That string theory video is probably going to be 2 or 3 weeks because I really want to do it properly, and the animation takes bloody forever. Also, the video got retweeted by Mikola. If you don't know who he is, I'm going to link to his channel in the description. He's like the Yoda of YouTube. If you're watching this, Mikola, thank you so much. Your praise really meant a great deal, so you're awesome. I love your videos. I also recently met with 2 subscribers to give an interview about Oxbridge admissions. That was by Johnny and Amelia. Thank you guys if you're watching. It was great to meet you both. I really enjoyed it actually. It was quite nice to not just talk to a camera and talk to people who talk back. So really nice to meet you guys. Something else interesting which happened to me was I went back to Oxford with my girlfriend to go and see a concert in the Sheldonian Theatre, and obviously was showing her around the city and everything like that because she had been. And it was the first experience I had of really going back to college and not being there anymore. And it's weird because it made me realise how much I miss the college, even though I didn't really think about it in those terms at the time. I really missed the atmosphere. I missed the common room, and I missed all my friends. But it was really quite weird going back and seeing locks on doors that I couldn't go through. It makes you realise that you don't appreciate stuff truly until it's gone. So with that in mind, massive congratulations to everybody who's got an offer and so hasn't been to Oxford yet but knows they are going to. Also, a big shout out to the guy who in St Peter's Bar stopped me to say thank you for making my videos. I didn't catch your name, so if you're watching this, that really meant a huge deal to me. Like, that's never happened to me before, where people have just outright stopped me and said thank you. Actually, speaking of Oxford, I am going to be going back in a few weeks' time for a talk. The Physics Society is doing an evening of student talks and have invited me to give the one which closes everything off. So if you're in Oxford, keep an eye out for that on the Physics Society Facebook, and I might see you there. That's pretty much everything. It's been a little while, like I say, since I've done one of these, so there's a lot to talk about, but I think that's all the important stuff. I was thinking that I might close out this video with a little clip from Chapel Choir, because we sang a piece called Nunc Dimittis by Gustav Holst, and it might be the most beautiful piece I've ever sung, and I think the choir really did it justice. I'm really quite tempted to upload it in full in its own separate video on this channel, so give it a listen, and if you like what you hear and you want to hear more, then let me know, and I will see you quite soon. Thanks for watching.